Is this Volvo XC40 auction car a deal? Well, we are about to see. So our customer has purchased this car, which apart from the fact that it doesn't start, no electric, zero, it had the front end damage, and even more, quite a rear bed end damage. But that's one thing which is visible. What it was not visible to the customer when he had it, when he purchased it, no key, so didn't manage to put ignition on, didn't manage to obviously start the car. We start looking at it, and look what we found. We're still draining a lot of water inside. On the both sides, we have no ignition, obviously no hazard, nothing works, and it's easily to understand why. Water and electrics, they don't go well together. Come on this other side to see exactly. It was quite bad. We believe a lot of water came into the vehicle because this was open. Probably the car stood for a long time, because that's what happens still. Water here, all those, they are full of water. So this looks like a massive job. What is even more concerning is whether it has a good engine. As a big question mark, because this could add a lot to the expense of repairing the vehicle. So we're gonna get on with it, dry the interior, dry the connectors, have an ignition, and eventually, hopefully, we'll have a good running engine. So we'll see how we're getting on. Already work has gone into the car, and we have made some progress. So just want to show you inside. We have dried the interior. It's been sat in the garage for a few days. We drained the water. Now the floor is nice and dry. We have cleaned some connectors in here, and we go also on the other side to show you. But this is the infotainment unit. It had water. Look at the corrosion on the upper cover. Now they dry. We just have to see whether this is still working. Obviously a lot of water. If we go also on the other side, just gonna show you what we have found. So if it's visible, this was one of the fuse boxes. It had a lot of corrosion, which we managed to clean. Once we put a good battery, everything was start flickering inside the car. So we found also on the B pillar here, there were some connectors, a lot of corrosion also. Now we've got some, this is the yaw rate sensor. Also, look how it was full in water. It's very strange. We don't know whether this car, it had a flood damage or a lot of water is gone into it because the window was open. And interestingly, is that the water was clean, so we tend to believe it was just rainwater. But look at this. The car came alive. So now we have to address the initial issue, which was no key. That's a new key, which at the moment obviously doesn't do anything. We're gonna set our VIDA, and hopefully this is gonna program in successful, and we're gonna hear that engine going. Let's see, who knows? So this is what we're gonna crack on and doing. We have set up the VIDA in order to do the programming process. Now here we have to see exactly, because obviously the key gets programmed into the keyless module and also the central electronics module located under the dash. Of course, so much moisture inside the car might also have gone into that module. So the whole idea is we program a key if we are successful, and then once we turn the ignition on, we'll be able to scan the car. Obviously we do expect, apart from what is visible, still a lot of problem, because we cleaned some connectors, but we're not sure whether we've reached to all the problems caused by this water ingress. So this will be the first point. Let's see, once it downloads the software, it should take us to a stage where we should place the key in the cup holder and then start the programming procedure. If it goes through successful, so far it has not crashed, which is a good sign. Let's see if he ends up successfully, and it's gonna take us. it shows us it still communicates. Those dots moving around, it means we have the communication between the diagnostics equipment. So it looks like the car is kind of reacting, which is a good sign. Let's see if we follow all the process successfully. But yes, so far it's a good sign. It's a good sign. The car has woken up. Oh, this is not something that we want to see. We have to put it on charge. So let's see if we're gonna have enough battery to start the programming. We're gonna plug it in shortly, a charger, just to make sure we don't stop during the programming. Okay, all good. So we've got the next screen where it tells us this car had previously 2 keys programmed, obviously none of them present. A couple of things that I want to touch base on. Every programming procedure, very important, battery support. It's essential. Without battery support, if the voltage spikes, it goes down, meaning go down, spikes going down. If the battery goes flat, there's a massive risk for a control unit to be corrupted and be damaged. So battery support is a very important aspect. We have it here. Now, what we want to do here, we want to add a key. So we're going to follow the steps. It tells us where we have to place the key. So on this particular one is on the armrest, just the front of the armrest. We're going to locate the key here. Oops. Okay, so usually it's with the logo up. Let's see. So here, according to the information, and let's see if this will go through successfully. Should move to 3 key program, or oh, look at that. That's actually quite a bit of good news. Okay, now let's see from here. So this key works now. It should, or oh, that's cool. Okay, so we have the hazards are off now. Before they were on all the time as the alarm was on. Okay, so it works. Okay, good. Now is the real moment of truth. Let's see if we manage to get the engine to turn over or even to get it started. This will be the moment that the customer is expecting for a long time. Having this raises a massive question mark. Is it just the key? Because sometimes you get cars on auction, they say the key is lost, but in the end there's an underlying issue, as an engine problem, as a gearbox. Obviously we won't be able to drive the car, but what we'll do, we know the coolant is low, but it's fine because we're only gonna see if the engine turns over, if he fires, if he sounds good. Got a key program, so let's see. Any noise? No. So obviously we hear relays clicking. It looks like there's more to it, but the good thing now is that we have ignition. We can carry on with the process of doing the diagnostics on the car, because now we can talk with control units. So we just have to finish this. So first step is being completed. However, this is not the end of it. There's more to it, and we have to carry on our diagnosis process to identify the rest of the problems. Once sorted, Another one sorted. Let's see what else is going to be here. So it's end of the day in the workshop. A bit more progress has been done in a way that after checking some circuits, we have seen some blown fuses, obviously due to shortcuts. And the progress is that currently we've got an engine that is turning over, not yet firing, but we are making progress, significant progress. From the stage that the vehicle came in on the rollers, when we had no lights, vehicle was completely shut down, to the stage where we got a key and the engine is turning over. I think we are on the right path to get this car back on the road, but let's see. We don't know anything about this engine yet. We will resume the work in the morning. Fast forward, several days spent on the car, intermittent on and off because we have some other jobs. Now, when we started, the car was dead, front and end damage, all electrics down, completely dead, no ignition, no hazard, a lot of water inside. We come to the point where we managed to bring alive the car. We had to program a key because the car had no keys. And here it was the question mark, being in a situation with no key, an auction car, there was massive question mark on the engine. Is just that, or is more to it? Because we've seen it so often where it's an auction car, and it says no key, actually there's an engine issue or something even more. We managed to get to a point after we programmed the key, as you just seen, the car was turning over, but not firing. And the reason that it was not firing is because obviously front and end damage, it has a crash data in the engine ECU. We managed to reset that and we got to the point that we can actually start over the engine. Is it going to sound okay or is it going to be more to it? Let's just see now. It's a very good news for the customer. The engine actually sounds very, very good. We're not going to leave it run too much because it has low coolant, but it literally sounds very good. And surprisingly, even more, the infotainment unit, the audio unit, although soaked in water, guess what? It has sound. I mean, we can say the customer is really, really lucky. No fault even on the airbag. So it's very strange. Maybe the car had this crash somehow, not while it wasn't in motion. It's very strange why it has no airbag deployed, but this is what it is. So the customer is already been informed and is quite happy because so far the way it looks, there's no big underlying issues apart that what he already seen exteriorly, you know, the bodywork, but engine sounds okay. Electrics are partially restored. I mean, up to the stage that we got the engine running. We just have to tidy up a bit more the interior. There are some other things that corroded and they need fixing, but a big hurdle has been overcome with the fact that we got the engine running and we know that is good. So in the end, overall, might be a good deal. Don't know. Probably we'll only know when everything is done and the customer is going to draw the line and see whether buying an auction car is an investment, a good investment, whether there's any margins left after all the repairs is done. Big question mark. We never know. But this is what we have done to get this car alive. We'll see what else we have to do from this stage, but this is how we do it, from the stage that this car came on rollers to the stage that this car has a running engine. So we'll see what else is going to develop in the workshop. We have stripped a bit more to see the front. Actually, to be honest, it doesn't look too bad at all. It looked like this car initially had the rear end damage, and then the car hit the front into another car. But look here, the crossbar is good, no damage into it. So it's just at the radiator. See, probably it's been pushed. Yeah, it's been pushed. But the air condenser looks good. Yeah, only those plastics, obviously the bonnet, but the damage is not big at all in the front. So since we got here, this is the auxiliary battery that will to be cleaned, the terminal. But one more thing that we've noticed is that the parking brake stays all the time on, and it seems to be the pedal holder is a plastic assembly. It seems to be broken underneath, and then yeah, obviously the rear. But yes, I think it doesn't look actually too bad in terms of the part that they will need replacing. So bonnet, bumper, but structure, it seems very good. Quick update. So we've got a new radiator, and now we are proceeding installing the front and back. We're making progress. We've got the floor carpet quite well dried out, quite well, not fully but quite well. So yeah, interior is looking good, dried out quite good. We're still waiting a couple of modules inside the car, but yeah, we are making progress. A very good morning. Just a quick update into what we do. We have followed the test plan for the airbag light that was still on, and it's very interesting. We don't have any clear faults with any related sensors. We believe it's more like a glitch on the software. What we are currently doing, we are performing a software update on the airbag control unit for the error that we have still with the light on, and then we're gonna test. We also have here a key to program, which you're gonna do afterwards, but first of all we have concentrate on the airbag. So yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll see afterwards what steps we still have to carry out. So fast forward, the car has been in the workshop with us quite a bit. When it came, no keys, no engine running. We managed to get all together, have an engine running. Luckily, no damage to the engine, no damage to transmission. Car drives quite nice. If you go all around, the bodywork is also been completed on it. Can be see, you know, it was pushed. The tailgate also been replaced. So in the end, this vehicle that came from auction is now back on the road. Now, it was quite extensive repair needed, but it was also a bit of risk which customer took, not knowing whether the vehicle is running. I just had a conversation with the customer, and when he drew the line, he said it still worked very well because he paid quite a good price initially, but it was quite a big risk that he took on board. However, it looks like he worked very well for him. So this is a glimpse in what we do here in OGS Mechanics, where we undertake car repairs from general servicing up to comprehensive electrical repair, the way it was in this vehicle today. So if you like this video, subscribe to our channel for more videos related to car repairs. See you on the next video.